Before I start the video, I'm sorry this video took so long to be released. I've been doing other stuff like video games and hanging out with friends and procrastinating on part 3, so here it is. And also a few things before I start, just to get some things off my chest. 1. The new dynamic time system really sucks, unless you want to consider pitch black a good color for nighttime. Like, literally, I can understand it being harder to see at night, but if you're going to do that, you need lighthouses, VETEX. Otherwise, you literally cannot see anything anywhere at any time. 2. I keep getting comments like, well, it's just one person making this game, there's bound to be flaws, and, but Nard, he's the only one making this game. Well, I'm going to cut you guys off there and tell you to examine Tony Fox, the creator of Undertale. He had no admins or moderators, and he only worked on Undertale for about a year, and yet his game is at least 10 times better than Arcane Adventures, somewhere around that. Don't get me wrong, I've experienced firsthand how hard scripting on Roblox can be, but VETEX has spent a year and a half on Arcane Adventures with the help of admins and moderators. You also have to think that VETEX just goes off of his own opinions. Improved reputation, improved magic coloring. I believe he should simply say changed or updated. It may seem like a nitpick at this point, but it really is more complex than that. He's only going off of his own opinion instead of the fans that play his game. And if he really showed his ideas to the community first before forcing it on them, it could really improve some of the faulty aspects of the game. So, no, he's not the only one making this game. By the way, VETEX, you forgot to update your thumbnail twice. Just thought I'd tell you. 3. By the way, remember when the game got shut down because it had Minecraft content apparently? Yeah, that was dumb. But is anyone else more surprised that the game hasn't been taken down for having multiple instances of music from The Legend of Zelda? Like, seriously, the Sailing Bazaar has music from, like, the shop, I think from Skyward Sword. The sailing music is from Wind Waker, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't been taken down for that. And that's the entire script. Oh yeah, this video is going to be new and exciting because I'm going to be reading the entire Arcane lore and giving you, the viewer, my first-hand reactions. Woo. Can't believe I just typed all that. So cringy. Hey guys. This is kind of weird since I don't have a script, but you know, this is what I'm going off of, so I guess we'll just start reading then. Alright. The Arcane Adventures plotline is an alternate universe from real life, the outcome of Prometheus giving humans the gift of magic instead of fire. So, already we have a flaw. Well, I guess it's not a flaw technically, but VETEX is saying that he believes in Prometheus giving humans the gift of magic instead of fire. I mean, that's at least the context he's giving us. He believes in Prometheus. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's a bit out there. Let's see here. Y equals year. Okay. Arcane Origins takes place thousands of years before the present-day Arcane Adventures, when the world's islands were still one. People had recently discovered magic, and everyone is frantically creating their own unique form of it. Frantically creating their own unique form of it. Alright, well, Arcane Origins was shut down, so joke's on you, VETEX. Circa year 1, I guess just the first year then, labeled as Y1, present-day humanity names this as the first year of recorded human history due to the discovery of magic. Wait, so if humanity existed before Prometheus showed up and gave them, you know, magic instead of fire, whatever that means, wouldn't that mean that humans would have been recording time before that? I mean, it's just my opinion, but I don't think magic is really that significant. It's just kind of a side thing compared to, you know, the existence of humanity as a whole. Alright, let's continue. Magic was rumored to have been discovered by an old monk in the north, and his teaching spread like wildfire. Magic in these times came from the soul, which took its toll on the user when used too much. In the present day, wizards summon magic circles that produce their magic for them, which is far less costly. Alright, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't really think an old monk in the north would be teaching his stuff about magic, considering monks are supposed to be like isolated, you know, meditators that just kind of focus on their own well-being and meditate. The old monk was actually the god Prometheus in human form, giving the gift of magic to human. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. So it wasn't, he didn't discover the old monk. Wait, okay. This actually makes no sense. Alright, it's basically saying that the old monk was actually Prometheus and that he didn't discover magic. Alright. Giving the gift of magic to humans. In return, Prometheus wishes humans to burn the valuable red stone known as Aurum, which was worth more than gold at the time, even though it still is worth more. When a human burns Aurum as a sacrifice to Prometheus, he grants the individual human more power, even though that's not actually a feature in Arcane Adventures. Burning Aurum is the only way to transport it to Mount Olympus. As soon as Prometheus gains the Aurum, his own power is boosted. Over time, Prometheus becomes more powerful than Zeus and Greek mythology. Oh, whatever. Prometheus overthrew Zeus as ruler of the gods. Okay, then. Alright. I won't question it. Alright. Circa year 50. Humans searched the world for Aurum in order to increase their power, some finding huge amounts of it inside of massive temples and dungeons. Alright. No explanation, just you have to believe that they just found it inside temples and dungeons. Okay. Year 112 to year 227. All is peaceful for a while until war struck. The most power-hungry wizards fight with each other over what little Aurum is left in the world. 40% of all humans are dead after this 100-year war. Jesus. And even a few gods from Mount Olympus, including Prometheus himself, perished. Okay. I guess I don't know. I have nothing to critique there, I guess. Circa year 600. It's kind of hard to read that for some reason. Humanity is reborn anew and the idea of magic fades into legend. Huge amounts of Aurum have been discovered after the invention of mining, though people use it as currency. What? Did mining not exist back then? Did they just never... Oh my gosh, alright. Circa year 1000. Hundreds of years later, magic resurfaces in the form of magic circles. This is where the tale of Arcane Adventures begins. Alright, fine. Long ago, when the world's islands were still joined as one, there was a young boy who was unable to learn magic. As a result, he felt distant from the rest of the young villagers. One day, as he was walking through a strange forest, he found a large glowing cube. It shined bright purple, and when he tried to touch it, his hands went right through. Suddenly, it exploded in a violent flash of light. Afterwards, the boy felt strange, as if he had enough power to rule the world. Alright. It wasn't until much later that he discovered the true power of that cube. One day, bandits invaded his town. Each one seemed to have a different type of magic, and there were lightning bolts and fireballs flying everywhere. The boy was sleeping at the time, but he was woken up by the sound of his roof collapsing. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, what the heck. Alright. The boy felt strange, as if he had the power to defeat this man. Oh, I skipped some, didn't I? He crawled out from the wreck, his left arm broken. One of the bandits was standing facing his house as the light magic circle in front of him shrunk and then vanished. What? What? Alright. The boy felt strange, as if he had the power to defeat this man. As if by instinct, he held up his right arm, pointing towards the bandit. Okay. Slowly, the bandit's magic energy drained from his body, so fast, so that he lay motionless on the ground. Having stolen the bandit's magic energy, the boy was now able to create light magic circles and summon light. At last, he had discovered what the cube had given him. He had gained the power of the absorption curse, allowing him to consume magic and curses from his enemies. Actually, I'm going to stop you there, VETEX. I think it would take a little more than just, absorbing something and then instantly casting it to instantly assume that it's the absorption curse. I know that sounds stupid when I say it like that, but seriously, I think you would go into shock after realizing you've just absorbed someone. Or something, I don't know. Year 1018. 3 years later... Wait. What? What? If it's year 1000, and now it's year 118, that's not 3 years. Oh, VETEX. 3 years later, the power-hungry boy is traveling the land, stealing new magic from innocent wizards all over the massive continent. He can now use all 7 types of magic discovered at the time, which are fire, lightning, light, wind, earth, water, and shadow. Are you sure? I mean, apparently the entire world was just creating magics. They didn't create more. Okay. At this time, the world had no organized government or any people that would oppose bandits or rogue wizards, so it was quite easy. Okay. He is now rumored throughout the land as the magic thief, and people are terrified of him. One day a man challenges him to a fight. The man's arm suddenly turns into fire as he laughs. The boy is confused, having thought magic could only be produced from magic circles, as everyone was taught when they were kids. He then tries to absorb the man's magic energy, but feels something strange. The man's magic energy felt empty. The man continues laughing, then explaining. Wait, what? The man continues laughing, then explaining that he does not use magic. That's not correct. That's not correct, VETEX. That he does not use magic, and he has never been able to. The boy comes to a conclusion. This man had the power of the fire curse, one of the world's legendary curses, said to grant people godly powers. Okay, just one thing. How did he know that curses existed? I mean, he's still a boy. He's just traveling the land absorbing magics out of instinct, quote-unquote. So, how would he just know that it's a curse? He doesn't even know what a curse is. He just knows that it felt empty. Okay, whatever. He doesn't know anything about curses. Screw you, VETEX. After a long fight, the man finally gives in. He passes out on the ground, his fire curse finally being absorbed. Okay. Instead of, apparently it happened in a flash before, but, well, I guess it does make sense that it would take longer for curses, whatever that means. Instead of trying to absorb magic energy, the boy had instead just drained the man's physical energy, and it had worked. Okay, no context. What exactly is physical energy? He just kind of shrivels up. Whatever, alright. The boy is now living inside of a massive tower he had built with his abilities. He studies magic in solitude, and slowly the magic thief rumor fades into oblivion. Years pass, and now the Dark Wizard knows all the secrets to magic. He has now learned how to revive the dead, undo curses, combine the powers of curses, and even turn a magic into a more powerful form of itself, or mutate. Okay, I can believe that, I guess. Year 1042. So it's been, let's see, like 38 years? 36 years, I think, something like that. No, 34 years. 34 years, I think that's right. Yeah. During his solitude, the world advances. There are now around 30 types of magic, most classified as mutation, even though he apparently just discovered mutations. The wizard knows about mutations, however, since he is not a magic user, he cannot... He discovered all the secrets of magic, and yet he can't just make a mutation himself? I don't get it. Not wanting his research to be interrupted, he holds off on stealing them. What is he researching then? I mean, you'd think he'd want to research mutations since they're a more current magic. Year 1046. Finally, the Dark Wizard ends his solitude. After leaving his tower, he walks for about 3 hours back to the nearest village. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's all one continent. That's weird. There he absorbs the magic energy of a flash magic user, and shortly after, a sun magic user. He feels the power-hungry lust once again, and begins traveling the land once again. He comes across a large city, and at the entrance a man that knows phoenix magic. The Dark Wizard tries to absorb his magic energy, but it doesn't work. The phoenix user's attacks are so powerful, the Dark Wizard can barely counter them. They battle for hours, eventually destroying the front gate of the city. They battle for hours, eventually destroying the front gate of the city. How big is this city, and how big is this gate? Because I feel like, 2 curse users, if curses are so strong, they should be able to destroy more than a front gate. I like how he even uses the word... I like how he even uses the word eventually, like it takes work to destroy a front gate of a city with curse magic. Alright. Both wizards are exhausted, and the Phoenix user then retreats deep into the city. The Dark Wizard, frightened by this man's powers, turns the other way. And then they forgot about their presence, I guess. Year 1050. The Dark Wizard now has a massive army of undead villagers and wizards. Using his powers, he gave them some of his magic, allowing them to fight for him. He has also gained the powers of the lightning and explosion curses. He orders his men to hunt down the men with the Phoenix magic. Alright. Guess that makes sense. Year 1051. They eventually find him, and he destroys almost all of the Dark Wizard's army with ease, but they couldn't destroy a front gate before. Furious, the Dark Wizard hunts him down himself. After finding him, they battle. Both at their full power, they destroy multiple villages and forests. Alright. But they couldn't destroy a front gate before. The Dark Wizard was losing badly, having lost his right leg to the blue and yellow flames. Such a weird way to put it. He knew there was no way he was escaping alive. The man was too powerful. The Dark Wizard uses the rest of his strength, combining the powers of all curses and magics he had absorbed, and fired it at the man. Okay, this is the part of the lore that I'm always told is the stupid part. Legends say that the attack had missed, hitting the ground behind the man, causing a massive earthquake as the land started to split from the explosion. Okay, I can understand how that's stupid. Like, I'm picturing it in my head, and I'm picturing like that scene from One Piece where Luffy just kind of dodges the bullets and ends up over there. But the way VTEX worded it, it ends up behind him, hitting the ground behind the man. It just makes it sound like it was right behind him and it just destroyed the world, but he still lived. Okay, I can see how that's misinterpreted. Or if that is how it's supposed to be interpreted, that's just dumb, VTEX. Causing a massive earthquake as the land started to split from the explosion. No one could see anything, and both the Dark Wizard and the Phoenix user were left unconscious. They awake several thousand miles away from each other on small islands. They say the attack had wiped out 80% of the human race? Jesus! Oh, God. But they couldn't destroy a front gate before. Okay, let's see. Circa... What does circa mean? I have to ask. What does circa mean? Probably just means like time skip or something, because it goes straight from 1,000 to 1,500. 500 years pass, and now the world's islands have developed villages, cities, and more. The attack had messed up the world's weather and sea, causing tornadoes and whirlpools to be more common, and clouds to become dense enough to hold entire islands on them. And how exactly did they get up there? The sea cannon? Whatever, alright. And once more, you'd think it would do a little more than just change the weather. I think that would like cause like magma to overspill all over the earth and stuff. Don't you think? I mean, I don't know. I think it would do a little more than mess up the weather. Let's see. And eventually everyone no one knew what had caused the continent to split into islands. And eventually everyone forgot that the islands used to be joined as one. Eventually. So basically... Alright. Wait, what? Year 1531? It only took 30 years for everyone to forget the land split up? Are you kidding? Jesus. Talk about, like... Okay, I guess this universe has no such thing as PTSD or something. Alright. Everyone forgot that the islands used to be joined as one. People lived their lives near the sea using ships to travel from place to place. Because of the vastness of the ocean, pirates and other villains begin to surface. Alright. In a place currently known as the Old Sea, the first sea curse is discovered. Excuse. Sea curses are a physical manifestation of magic. When touched, you and the sea curse will become one. Wait, so he tried to introduce curses before this, and then is now trying to explain curses down here? Alright, fine. Sea curses are a physical manifestation of magic. When touched, you and the sea curse will become one. Curse users are usually unaffected by swords, bullets, fists, and even cannonballs, as they can phase their body into whatever element they possess. They can also attack with greater speed compared to magic users because they do not need to summon a magic circle. Wait, okay. Right here, I thought VETEX was trying to emphasize that magic circles made summoning magic easier. So, like, it says somewhere right here, I don't know, I can't find it. Let's see. Right here, let's see. Wizards summon magic circles that produce their magic for them, which is far less costly. So, it's far less costly. Right here, it says it. But then, later on, he's trying to explain that they have an advantage because I'm lost. Where is that? It says that they have an advantage purely because they don't have to summon a magic circle, even though it's supposed to help. Alright, whatever. When a curse user dies, their curse will be obtainable again. However, since most curse users are immortal, this rarely happens. Magic requires a lot more skill and willpower to be performed compared to sea curses and drains a lot more energy. So basically, sea curses are the equivalent of devil fruits, right? Is that what you're getting at, VETEX? And yet you don't want to be an anime developer. Alright, whatever. You know, this could also be considered, you know, copyright stuff. But I won't get into that. None of my business. Online fighting takes place in year 1531. No context, no lore, you don't get anything. Circa year 1800. So it's been like 300 frickin' years. A few powerful wizards, most survivors from back when the islands were one, band together to create the Arcane government. Even though everyone forgot that the island split apart in 30 years, which is still stupid to me. Let's see. Band together to create the Arcane government. The Arcane government, more commonly known as the AG, created laws that were to be abided all around the world. Some still chose to oppose the AG despite their vast power. Battles on the sea broke out, pirates versus the AG ships. Alright. I can believe that, I guess. Year 1854. So it's been 54 years. The Phoenix user, now known as Theos the War Phoenix, now sails around the seas as a peacekeeper on a massive ship with a lot of followers. The AG had asked Theos if he wanted to join them, but he declined, claiming he doesn't agree with their morals. Theos had clashed with the AG on multiple occasions, only when they are causing harm to innocent villages and such. He doesn't directly oppose them. Wait. Okay. Alright. He doesn't directly oppose them. Theos' main goal is to find the Dark Wizard and annihilate him himself. As for the Dark Wizard, he has been rebuilding his army by using the people's corpses that were killed by his attack. So, okay. Let's see, that was, let's see, 1051. Let's see, that was 800 years ago. I think it's safe to say that their bones are dust by now. I don't think you can really just make an army out of corpses, even though the corpses are probably dust by now. Let's see. His army of undead is massive and rumored to be staying in a large dark forest island. The Dark Wizard has been traveling to different islands, absorbing more curses. Let's see. I got lost. Crap. The Dark Wizard has been traveling to the different islands, absorbing more curses and mutations to this day. He has become consumed by power, leaving his physical body behind and traveling around as an immortal dark spirit. Okay. Using his powers, he can resurrect sunken ships, put his undead men on them, and use them to oppose the AG. These ships are unsinkable, no context, making them extremely dangerous. The Dark Wizard dislikes the AG heavily, mainly because he wanted to be the one to rule the world, and they beat him to it. I don't think that's an issue when you have like the power of every curse and magic on the sea, and you literally just destroyed the world a few hundred years ago. I think it's safe to say you can easily just retake the world. And you're even an immortal dark spirit. I don't think it should be that hard. Meanwhile, one of the AG admirals, Argestis, I don't know how to say it, is in a heated naval battle against one of the commanders of the one-shot pirates, the strongest and largest pirate groups on the sea. Argestis is a master of wind and gravity magic and one of the original founders of AG. He releases a massive tornado using his full power, easily ripping through the pirate's galleon and continuing for miles over the horizon. The attack ends up causing chaos all over the sea, flinging Captain Verdi's frigate up into a sky island, and even hitting Theos' ship and causing it to crash on a new Grand Island. Alright. Okay, that's the end of the lore. So I may have to edit that down because I did like pause it some places, but yeah, that was it. I guess I do have a few issues that I should probably go over. Let's see. Actually, I think I was talking about it while I was reading it. Yeah, the biggest thing to me was how it just kind of grazed him, and yet it destroyed the entire world. Didn't affect Theos, though. Or, better yet, they spent hours fighting and barely managed to destroy a front gate. So, no balancing there. So yeah, I guess that's all. I guess that's the video, I guess. I'm not sure. I could cover more if I wanted to really nitpick, but, I mean, this video is probably really long as it is, so I won't go into it. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I don't know if I'll make another video. Probably not. I mean, I don't know. It really just depends on the feedback. I mean, this is probably going to be my last video, if I'm going to be honest, because I probably have to focus a little more on school. So if I do make another video, it's probably going to be like in another month to 2 months. Like, it's going to be a long time from now. Better yet, I could just make another video when he releases Mutations next year, and then I'll critique it from there. So, you know. So yeah, thanks for watching.